Instrumentals, Tommy Nutter. This is episode 7, Building the Beat. I want to thank everyone so far for subscribing to my channel over these last few weeks, and also watching Building the Beat episodes and giving me some constructive criticism. Some of you mentioned that the narration was a bit quiet, so I've upped the volume in these recent videos. I got a really nice comment yesterday saying that someone could tell how much effort I'm putting into this channel, so that made me feel super good. Today I've still been listening to this 40s vinyl. I've got some more stuff off Remembering the 40s. We're going to chop it up, make a beat, add some bass, add a little bit of guitar, maybe like a Rhodes or something. We'll make like a band-based, sample-based, just a real nice hip-hop track, you know what I mean? Without further ado, Building the Beat, episode 7. Okay, these are my samples that I got from 2 separate tracks, both on the 40s compilation album. I've chopped them up already, and you can hear it here that I've pitched this sample down as well. What I'm trying to do is find a groove within the sample. And you can see though that I've found a little groove that I like. I'm recording that in. This beat's moving along now. I knew from the start that I knew it had to have an heavy kick. And even this kick isn't heavy enough. We're going to layer these kicks and add a couple more. I wanted a really snappy snare on this, a lot of attack. Really digging this groove now, it feels like it's flowing back and forward like a mosh pit. These are the 2 harder kicks I talked about. What I'm doing is I'm using another sample that I got from a separate track. I've pitched it down by the same amount because it was originally in the same key as the other track, and I'm layering it over this one. So that's recorded in now. I want to adjust these levels so that I can get a nice balance between this sample and the one we used last. You see how nice of a fit it is together with that one. That's just soloing it, just checking if it really does fit. Okay, so that's everything that I want to everything that I want to record into the MPC done. So the next bit is to track it all out as stems on that 8-bar loop and drag it into Studio One. I'm using this MPC software as a VST inside Studio One already, but rather than the routing option, it's easier for me stemming them out. Here on the samples, I'm just adjusting the EQ because I know that I want to play bass in this song. Either that or put a separate bass line in by means of 808 or whatever. And I know that the high end is a bit too bright for this type of tune we're doing as well. So I'm just putting in a nice EQ curve on there. And that's on both samples. So I'm just rapping over thinking where the vocals would be and what makes out for the best impact of where the bass lands. I thought I'd put a little bit of tinkle about it with electric guitar as well. It's real subtle, but it just adds a bit of another level of movement, make it feel like it's another element of the band. And finally I decided to try and emulate the type of sound of brass that was in the original sample. So I'm playing real rough and raspy here, and I want to put a big slide in at the end. You can hear this coming up next. So that forms a nice little bridge element. Here you can hear that the bass that I played is only going to be staying in that little bridge element where I play the horn as well. I've placed an 808 in the verses and hook. It just gives a lot more impact. Here you can see the tracks laid out now. Now I know where all the drops are and where I want to emphasise drops and build-ups and stuff like that. Start adding in extra elements. So here I've got a reverse crash, and that leads into a little tiny gap, like a pause, and then the orchestral crash hits. I usually pan my reverse crash on one side and my crash on the opposite side. So that kick along with that bass and the sidechain compression that I've got going on makes it kick like a trooper. So this is everything done, finished track. The only thing left to do now is add a bit of filters. So here what I'm doing on the build up is I'm playing it through, and where I think I can play about with the filters, which is a low pass one in this case, I'm just playing about with it in real time really, seeing what it sounds like. Just drawing it in. You can hear how much of an extra difference it makes. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. So that's all from me today, Building the Beat, episode 7. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, at Industrimental. Without further ado, Building the Beat, episode 7 is the finished track.
ITSTOMMYNUTTER.